the Meguiar's hybrid paint coating. Now, this has been somewhat controversial since it was unveiled in late 2020, early 2021. And why is that? We're going to go over that in this video. Of course, you're going to see a demonstration as well. I'm going to talk about the key points, but also I'm going to reveal why I think there's a little controversy behind this, and for which reason it hasn't really been featured on any major detailing channel. By major, I mean any channel over 100,000 subscribers. So that's kind of weird and odd. So if we just look at the box, first of all, this is a kit, right? And the promise is 1 year plus of paint protection. And the key features that they give in the back, or the benefits, if I show you the label quickly. So basically you have that 1+ year of protection, professional level protection and ease of application. You get that True Cure technology. Basically the product cross-links to itself and to the clear coat or the paint. And then last but not least, a great slick and surface that's going to give you a lot of hydrophobic properties, so that water beading. So all in all, until now, it seems pretty good, right? So what exactly is up with this product? I'm going to show you the contents of the kit. I'm going to give you a brief overview of the hybrid line from Meguiar's as well. And then I'm going to give you a bit of tips and tricks on how to do the maintenance properly. So you're going to have all the tips, the tricks for the application. You're going to see the demonstration. We're going to talk about the product in depth. And again, you're going to have those maintenance tips. So again, this is a jam-packed video. Stay tuned all the way till the end. By the way, quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. Meguiar's did not pay for this video. They did not send these products. I ordered these myself. And by the way, I'll drop links to all of these products in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So a brief overview so you guys have kind of an idea of where they come from. In late 2018 at the SEMA show in Las Vegas, while I was there, Meguiar's did an unveiling of this new hybrid line. So the first one was the Meguiar's Hybrid Ceramic Wax in spray form, this blue bottle, and this was quite the hit. Then later on in 2020, they unveiled some other products. So they made this yellow version. This was called the ceramic wax, but in liquid form. And then later on, they unveiled the Meguiar's Wash and Wax in the hybrid line. So this is an SiO2 infused car shampoo. And they also revealed another hit. So this one here is actually very, very good. The ceramic detailer in the hybrid line. So the green bottle. We're going to talk about the maintenance, by the way, towards the end. Let's dive into this because I know you guys are here for the reason of watching the hybrid paint coating itself. So once more, this is the box. And inside the box, you get a few things. You get the microfiber applicator pad, just like this. And then you get, so the novelty of this is the hybrid paint coating comes in spray form. So you pull out the cap, there you go. I know a lot of people think it reminds them of the Ultimate Fast Finish from Meguiar's that was released a few years ago, but Meguiar's assures through their videos that this is a completely different formula. Now, where a bit of the controversy comes into place is that they call it hybrid paint coating, right? But there's no ceramic inside there. So on the back label here, they tell you that it blends the best attributes of traditional ceramic paint coatings with the advantages of our proprietary hybrid polysiloxane technology. So that's where it starts to get confusing. There is no SiO2 in there or ceramic per se, and this is per Meguiar's own admission on their YouTube channel. They speak about this. And so it's mainly polysiloxane, and what that is, in general terms, it's basically silicones. So that's what it is. And that's probably where the water beading comes from and that great durability. So it's a coating. Why do they consider this a coating if there's no ceramic, you might ask? Well, according to them, it's because there is a measurable thickness on the paint. We're going to talk more about the controversial parts towards the end, but one key advantage, according to Meguiar's, why is it in spray form, is the shelf life is prolonged compared to glass bottle counterparts. So the ceramic coatings in glass bottles, shelf life is typically 1 year if you keep it in constant temperature and never frozen. However, once you open the bottle, it starts curing, and then the shelf life diminishes quite rapidly, a few months on average, right? So the advantage of having it in spray form, the shelf life is a lot greater. For the application, they guarantee that you can apply at least 2 coats on any size vehicle. That's even if you have a full-size SUV. So what else is there in the package? You get their professional grade M122 surface prep. What is this? Basically, it's kind of like an isopropyl alcohol mix. So you get this, an IPA for the IPA wipe, so a paint prep to make sure you remove any polishing oils if you polish your car, any residue, basically make the paint as squeaky clean as possible. You get 2 of these microfiber towels that you're going to need for the application of the product. And they also give you a very simple to use detailed instructions. And by the way, always read the instructions before you start using a product. It is key to understand not only how to apply it, but all the prep that's involved as well. So speaking about prep, we have a cool vehicle today that we're going to use for this demo. We went ahead and did a full wash. So we used a stripping shampoo to make sure there was no wax or sealant or any previous protection left on there. The water was very slow to sheet off, so there wasn't any protection in the end anyways. We also went ahead and did some chemical decontamination with an iron remover to remove any iron particles basically from brake dust that's on the vehicle, because decontamination is key. They also recommend that you decontaminate your car in the back of the box there. Then we went ahead and clayed the surface to make sure it's as glass smooth as possible and to remove any further embedded contamination. And in this case, there wasn't any major swirls or scratches. It wasn't severely damaged. It's a fairly recent vehicle, a 2020, if memory serves me right. But yeah, the paint doesn't really need any paint correction. And the customer anyways didn't want that done to their vehicle according to their budget. So always go according to what your customer wants or according to what your needs are as well. And then we did the full IPA wipe down with the surface prep. So basically what you do with this, you're going to spray it on panel per panel. You're going to let it dwell for about a minute. And then you're going to take a microfiber towel, wipe it off, flip to a clean and dry side, and buff that off. And that way you're going to remove any polishing oils. Why am I talking about polishing oils? Well, if your vehicle is full of scratches or swirl marks or heavy oxidation, you're going to want to perfect the finish. So you're going to want to use a compound and a polish, or at least a one-step polish, to remove those deep scratches and swirls and that oxidation, because you want the product to bond properly, right? You also want the paint to look as good as possible before sealing that finish in. So it is very important to get it to a point where you're satisfied of how it looks. And also, if you want a big bump in gloss, the best way to do that is always through paint correction, meaning machine polishing. That's how you get the best improvement in gloss and clarity as well. Okay guys, the moment you've all been waiting for, we're going to apply the Meguiar's hybrid paint coating on the surface. So the entire vehicle was washed, decontaminated, and we also used the surface prep. So the M122 Meguiar's surface prep. This is a key ingredient to the mix. So you have to make sure you spray this on the panel, let it dwell for about a minute, then wipe with a clean and dry microfiber towel. And you see this squeaky sound? That means there's no protection left on there. There is no water beading and very, very slow sheeting. So that's a sign that there's no protection left. This is as squeaky clean as you can get. So it's fully prepped and ready for the application. So we're going to take the hybrid paint coating bottle and give it a good shake before you start. Now, I have the 2 supplied microfiber towels ready for the product leveling or removal if you want. So we're going to have this microfiber applicator. You're going to spray it on the applicator for about 3 seconds, but spray away from the car, right guys? And you spray the product on the applicator, not on the paint. So product on the applicator for about 3 seconds. So let's go ahead and do that now. And those 3 seconds are to make sure you have enough product on the pad. Then you're going to apply in 2x2 sections. Start working in small sections. That way you can get familiar with the product. And usually half a panel is fine if you're working in a controlled environment. Follow the instructions, by the way. You have to apply it in temperatures above 60 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius. I'm currently at 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius. And we're applying in a crosshatch pattern, so up and down and left to right. And you're gonna overlap your strokes by 50%. So when I'm doing a pass like this, I'm doing the next one and I'm overlapping by 50% the previous one. So you go up and down. If you feel that it's starting to get grabby or draggy, that's when you apply a bit more product. So now we're going to go left and right. And you're going to get that oil slick on water appearance. As I'm applying this, I can tell that I'm getting a rainbow effect. So there's a change of color. The product itself
is transparent or translucent when you're applying. And as it's starting to cure, it has this rainbow effect. I'm going to try and show you this on camera. By the way, if you work in temperatures of 23 degrees Celsius or 73 degrees Fahrenheit and above, you immediately wipe off with the microfiber towels. But if you're below 73 degrees Fahrenheit or 23 degrees Celsius, let it sit for about a minute. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so it's been about a minute. Now it's time to level the coating. So you're going to take the microfiber towel. You're going to fold it, of course. This is how it comes. It's a 16 by 24. So you're going to fold it 2 times. Once like this, and then another time. And in small circular motions, you're going to start removing it. Now, one thing I noticed about this, it can load up the towels pretty quickly. So if you start to see some streaking or smearing, you can just switch to a clean side. That's why you fold it twice, so you get 8 clean, fresh sides to work with. So it should be very, very easy to remove, and that's exactly what we're seeing here, and it is immediately super slick to the touch, guys. You're gonna love this. If you like slick paint, awesome water beading, and water sheeting, you are going to love this. So if you did all the prep work ahead of time, leveling the coating, or buffing it off, as some would say, you're actually leveling it to make sure you're not getting any high spots. Should be super simple. So this was the first side that we leveled with. What I like to do is take the second clean and dry towel and just give that final buff. And that way, you're not getting any streaking or smearing. You should have a glass smooth surface. And yeah, this is super, super slick. So we're gonna go around the vehicle that way. I'm gonna show you a vertical panel. All right, for a vertical panel now, I'm a bit familiar with the product, so I'll coat the entire panel at once. But again, if this is your first time, just be careful, work in smaller 2x2 sections. So we're gonna take the product, give it that bit of a shake, and then spray away from the vehicle for about 3 seconds directly on your microfiber applicator pad. And then in a movement of a crosshatch pattern, so left to right and up and down, you're going to apply directly to the paintwork with overlapping strokes. There we go. So it has a bit of a chemical smell. That's normal because of all the chemical ingredients, including the polysiloxane technology inside there. So work in a well-ventilated space. So I'm going to let this sit for about a minute now because that's the conditions we're working in. But I'm going to show you the rainbowing effect. So here, guys, you can see what I was talking about. So that rainbow effect, you see that rainbow color? It looks like an oil slick on water. So that is what you're looking for. That's when you know the product is starting to cure on the surface and cross-link to itself and to the paintwork. Like a traditional ceramic coating in a glass bottle, that's what we usually look for, that rainbow effect. All right, so it's been about a minute now. So we're gonna take our first clean and dry microfiber towel. We're gonna take one of those fresh new sides and we're gonna start leveling the coating. I know a lot of you guys like to call this buffing off. Again, you like to learn by watching my videos, and what you're doing is you're actually leveling the coating. And this is all in an effort to make sure that you're having equal coverage and even coverage all over the paintwork. So take your time, do it right. So that was the initial wipe. I take my second clean and dry towel to a fresh side as well. And now we do the final buff. And again, very, very slick to the touch. So once again, quick reminder, as the instructions state, if you're working in temperatures 73 degrees Fahrenheit or 23 degrees Celsius, once you apply the product, you can immediately start wiping it off. And if you're working in temperatures below that, then you're going to let it sit for a minute on the paint before you go ahead and start leveling it with the microfiber towels. One key thing that I really liked about the hybrid paint coating from Meguiar's is that it is very forgiving.
So there's no worries about flashing times and curing times and all that kind of stuff with this, or high spots, especially, right? Those darkened spots with traditional ceramic coatings and glass bottles. If you miss a spot and you come back a few hours later, well, then it's super hard, very hard to remove. You have to use some machine polishing to remove that. So you have to be very diligent. But with this, it's very forgiving. Many hours later, even a few days later, if you see some sort of a high spot, you can come in, just quickly spray on your applicator, wipe it in, immediately wipe off with your microfiber towel, and it should disappear. So it is a very forgiving coating. That's one plus that works for it because, well, the main attraction, this is a consumer grade product that gives you professional grade results according to Meguiar's, but it has to be very, very easy to use, and very easy it was. The results that you're going to get are great. However, other key things that they do mention in the instructions is when you're done using this coating, you have to make sure that you let it cure for 24 hours on the paint. So they say that on here, right, without exposing to water or rain. So 24 hours of curing. Don't get fooled though, in the back here, where do they say this? There you go. I think they made a mistake because on the packaging, they talk about 12 hours of curing. But in reality, if you look at the detailed instructions, do not expose the vehicle to moisture for 24 hours. So that is key. Well, it's in line like any other coating out there. So it's important that you don't expose the vehicle to water or rain for the first 24 hours. Also, they mention, like any other coating again, do not wash your car for the first 7 days after the application. That is key. I recommend waiting at least 2 weeks before you wash your car. You want to let the coating properly cure. Because even though after the first 24 hours, the majority of the curing is done, it still continues to cure for that initial 7 days, up to 2 weeks as well. So just give it some time, wait before you wash it, wait 2 weeks. That is my recommendations to you guys. Now, what are the benefits and why do I believe, or why do some people believe that this is a controversial coating? So the main key features, if we talk about this, so first of all, they were talking about the ease of application. This is very user-friendly. Because it's in spray form, it spreads on the surface very easily. It's also forgiving, so no worries about high spots with this. It is very, very easy to work with. Another key advantage, they talk about 1 year plus of protection, right? Why do they say that? Well, because they did some real world testing with this compared to other products like the Ultimate Fast Finish paint sealant that they had in their lineup. How they had come up with at the time with the 52 weeks of durability is that they said people will hand wash their car once a week. They can do that for 52 washes and the product is still there. Hence, they have up to a year of protection. That's not quite true though, because in reality, we know that in real world, well, your vehicle is exposed to the elements. It can be a daily driver that sits outside in the elements all the time. Is it properly washed, properly maintained? How was the application? The conditions that you live in, the weather, all that kind of stuff can have great effect on durability. And so in reality, it was about 5 to 6 months of real world protection with the Ultimate Fast Finish. With this one, they say that they did some real world testing and it probably paid dividends because many of you guys who've been testing this product since it was released have reported that it has lasted 12 plus months, and once properly maintained, it should give you great hydrophobics. Another key advantage that you probably saw in this video, or I'm going to put up on screen right now if I haven't done so yet, is the hydrophobic properties. Absolutely insane water beading and water sheeting. Those beads are tight, they're round, they're gorgeous to look at, and it makes the vehicle also, because of that sheeting and beading, a lot easier to clean during your maintenance washes, which is a key feature of coatings. But also, it's going to be very slick to the touch. And when you're drying your vehicle as well, the water is just going to flee off the panel, especially if you use a car dryer or a leaf blower. It just makes cleaning and maintaining the vehicle that much fun and that much simpler, right? So if there's all these key advantages and you get that self-cleaning properties that all coatings have, right? Because the vehicle is so easy to clean during your maintenance washes, well, why is it controversial? So what are the downsides of this product? Well, according to me, one of the things was because the marketing somehow got it weird. So they talk about hybrid paint coating, hybrid polysiloxane technology or polysiloxane. I don't know, this is kind of complicated for the average consumer to understand, right? So in layman terms, that's silicones. So you do have a coating. They talk about the 1+ year of protection, that's fine. But if you look at in the back, they talk about professional level protection. Now, this is where I think people let go of this because yes, you're getting one plus year of protection. However, if you're going to go through all the extent of washing the vehicle, doing that decontamination, doing the machine polishing, doing the paint prep, at that point, you might as well apply a ceramic coating. You're going to get more years of protection. The newer coatings in the past year or so have been more and more easy to apply. Now there's tons of DIY consumer grade ceramic coatings that are super simple to apply, and that will be a bit longer than this to apply. However, the good part is going to get more years of protection and better chemical resistance even. You're going to get UV protection. This one here doesn't talk about UV protection, so that's another thing that I'm like, whew, what is going on? Also, I didn't notice any gloss enhancement or an improvement in the appearance of the paint. So I looked long and hard on the box, and well, to their credit, they don't talk about gloss enhancement or a glossier surface or shine like they would with other products. So why is that? Well, I think it's in line with what I see. There's no improvement visually. So that's another thing. Professional grade, again, so we said there's professional grade products give you 3, 4, 5+ years of protection. So I wouldn't call that professional level. I don't like when consumer grade products, I know it's a claim to fame to all the car brands. It's not only Meguiar's that is guilty of this. Any major big brand that you find in big box stores or in your local hardware, car parts stores or hardware stores, they're gonna have the same claim that it's pro grade or professional level. So that was a bit far-fetched for me. So basically, you get the year of protection and hydrophobic properties. So that's pretty much all that I see. They don't talk about UV protection. Certainly it doesn't have any ceramic. So it's kind of confusing, right? Again, when you read this on top, it has the best attributes of traditional ceramic coatings, but then they talk about their proprietary hybrid polysiloxane or polysiloxane technology. So this confuses the viewer because per Meguiar's own admission on their own channel, there's no ceramic in there. There's no SiO2. So they used another component that, yes, you do find in many ceramic coatings. So it's polysiloxane. However, I don't know, it's kind of confusing when you read this, and I'm sure like you guys saw that, and that's probably why it's not, or it's confusing for many people. So you're lacking in the many, many years of protection. You don't have any talk about gloss, and I didn't see any gloss enhancement. There's no talks about UV protection, and there's no talks really about chemical resistance, although I did my own testing. By the way, if you want to see a chemical resistance test for this product, or me put this up against another one of its competitors, let me know, drop a comment in the comment section. But it does actually provide great chemical resistance. But overall, fantastic product. So does it live up to the 1 year plus of protection? I'm still going to do testing on my side to confirm in my conditions how if it at least met the 12 months of protection or if it surpassed it. So more on that in future videos, but so far so good. And I know through you guys and your feedback, for those who've been using this, absolutely 12+ months, no worries, hands down. So for that, it's good. Great slickness on the paint as well. This is a very slick coating. You're going to notice that if you apply it. Yeah, also you're going to notice the fantastic water beading. So those nice tight round water beads and the great sheeting that it provides. So the self-cleaning properties are fantastic. It is true that the vehicle is super easy to wash during your maintenance washes, and it should also look cleaner for longer. So even when the car is dirty, when you have a good coating, one key thing that you see is that the car always kind of looks clean, right? Well, this one also definitely fits that bill. So a few downsides and a lot of key points playing for it. I don't know, you guys let me know in the comment section. For those of you who liked it, why did you like this product? I'm always curious. And yeah, I don't know why it hasn't been featured in any major channel over 100,000 subscribers. So this is the first big channel to test this. I know you guys wanted me to test it for a while now, so here it is. Now for the maintenance portion, on their own box, Meguiar's recommends these two products for maintenance. So we're talking about the ceramic wash and wax and also the ceramic detailer. So basically these two products here. Which one would I recommend? I think I prefer this one by far. So when you're done washing, cleaning, drying your car, you're going to spray this. You're going to work panel for panel, take a microfiber towel, spread it, take a second towel or flip the towel to a clean and dry side and buff off to a streak-free shine. And boom, you boosted the protection, added more gloss, added more slickness to the finish. This one here is quite durable, so this would be my recommendation. And it's spray form, right? So very, very easy to use. So that's the one I recommend to maintain it. And the other one that they recommend is their hybrid ceramic wash and wax. So again, you have the shampoo on one side, you put that in your bucket, There's a procedure to that. You can see that in the video that I did for this product. And then you get the SiO2 or the ceramic portion that you mix into there. But you have to use their hybrid wash mitt if you want to get the best results. So again, that's the complexity. It's a bit like too finicky and long for me personally. That's my opinion. But why would somebody use this? Well, if you want to wash and boost the protection all in once, so not everyone has a lot of time to spend, and if you want to cut on some time and be a bit more efficient when you're doing the maintenance wash, well, this combines washing and protection. By the way, when you're done applying the hybrid paint coating, the microfiber towels that you used to level and buff the coating, you're going to throw those away in the garbage. Do not reuse these, so they're good for the garbage, like for any other coating out there as well. Also, regular washing is key to maintain the hydrophobic properties, the self-cleaning properties. You want to regularly wash the vehicle. That way you're not masking the properties of the paint coating with traffic film, road grime, all that kind of stuff that can impede with the coating's properties, right? So regular washing, but also make sure that you do not apply a regular carnauba wax or any other form of wax on top of this coating unless it's specified that you can do so, or if it's compatible with ceramic type products or paint coatings, right? Why you don't apply a carnauba wax on top of this paint coating or any other type of coating is you don't want to mask, again, the coating's performance or the coating's properties. First of all, the carnauba wax with this type of coating, the chemistries aren't compatible, so they won't link or bond together. The coating is actually going to reject the wax over time, but also that wax on top is going to mask the awesome hydrophobic properties of the coating, and you don't want that. The self-cleaning properties, all that comes from the chemistry of this. You don't want to be masking that by applying something on top because you're going to lose all those properties. So quick pro tip. You can apply a second layer of the hybrid paint coating if you want, but note that it's not going to add more protection or more durability. The second layer is only to ensure proper coverage. So if you were diligent enough and worked section by section and applied the coating properly, one layer is all that you'll need. But if you want to apply a second layer, wait an hour after the first coat before you apply the second coat. You can also apply the hybrid paint coating to PPF and vinyl wraps. Overall, does it get a patent approval? You're going to have to wait for the 2022 Car Detailing Products Awards video on my channel to find out if it makes the top 3 in any category. What I did like though, once again, I think this spray format that they have, this is quite novel in the coating as far as an aerosol is concerned. So that is pretty good. I think the intentions were awesome. The durability, I'm going to have to wait to confirm on my side, real world durability tests, but so far so good. And again, through the viewers out there that have been telling me or talking to me about this in DMs and many comments, you guys actually saw in real life that it goes over 12 months. So I can, Meguiars usually never lies about the durability claims, so I'll give them benefit of the doubt. And water beading, water sheeting, definitely. So all the claims that they actually have on the packaging, they are absolutely right. The ease of use is the big thing. If you guys have never dove into ceramic coatings or are kind of scared to dive into that world and you're not quite ready for that yet, this is a great introduction to that. So yeah, paint coating, because it's a measurable thickness according to them. This, by the way, let me give you another close-up. I know you guys like to see the front here. By the way, this resists alkaline washes, acid rain, wheel cleaners, and it resists hand washing as well, according to Meguiars. So it has all the characteristics, and I know it. I put it through the ringer with some chemical resistance tests, which I would never recommend that my viewers do, right? There's no need to throw a bunch of chemicals on the paint just to test, but it was for my pleasure and, well, for fun, and I noticed that this does live up to that. So yeah, the only downsides for me is that there's actually no ceramic in there, so that can confuse some. There's no talk about UV protection. There's certainly no talk about gloss, and I did not see a gloss improvement. So I think if they had one thing to improve would be find some way to add some glossing agents in there, or to at least give us a few bumps in gloss units, or at least visually for us to see an improvement, at least in the appearance. Give that candy-like appearance that we like from traditional ceramic coatings that I either SiO2 or TiO2 infused. A lot of the gloss comes from there and the chemical components in those coatings. So this is where this product for me is probably lacking. But overall, it does get a thumbs up. The price is decent as well. By the way, I'll leave links in the description to all of these products so you guys can check them out. But yeah, I'm curious to have your thoughts for the ones who have tried it. Do you like it? Is it a yay? Is it a nay? What is your experience, the durability, that kind of stuff? Was it as easy to apply as they said? So I had a great experience applying it, but did you guys have a great experience applying it? And also, did you go through all the paint prep steps, all that stuff? Just let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section. Smash the thumbs up button, by the way, to show me your support. Also, share this video with friends or family who might be interested in diving into an entry-level coating like this for consumers. That is very easy DIY application. Also, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you click the subscribe button that's found under this video, and that way you'll subscribe to my channel and never miss my future videos. So guys, thanks for being there, thanks for watching, and in the meantime, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one.